On January 11th, 1992, 12-year-old Shanda Sharer was brutally murdered in one of the most shocking crimes ever committed by teenage girls in the U.S. Shanda was a bright, outgoing middle schooler living in Indiana. She became the target of jealousy from 16-year-old Melinda Loveless, who was angry over Shanda's growing friendship and possible romantic interest with her ex-girlfriend, Amanda Heavrin. That jealousy spiraled into a horrifying plan. On the night of January 10th, Melinda teamed up with three other girls, 15-year-old Lori Tackett, 17-year-old Hope Rippey, and 15-year-old Toni Lawrence. They lured Shanda from her father's house by pretending Amanda wanted to see her. Once in the car, Shanda was threatened with a knife, and instead of being taken to meet Amanda, she was driven to a remote house where the girls bound her, taunted her, and beat her. But it got worse. They took her to a second location, an isolated field near Madison, Indiana. There, they continued the assault. Shanda was stabbed multiple times, tortured, and ultimately stuffed into the trunk of the car, still alive. The girls drove around for hours, even stopping at a friend's house for snacks, while Shanda moaned in pain from the trunk. Eventually, just before sunrise on January 11th, they took her to a wooded area. They doused her with gasoline and set her on fire while she was still alive. Later that day, her charred body was found by hunters. The girls couldn't keep the secret for long. Toni Lawrence and Hope Rippey eventually confessed, and all four were arrested. The details of the crime shocked the nation, not just because of the brutality, but because the killers were all teenage girls. None of them received the death penalty due to their age, but all were sentenced to lengthy prison terms. Lori Tackett and Melinda Loveless were given 60-year sentences. Hope Rippey received 60 years with 10 suspended, and Toni Lawrence was sentenced to 20 years. By 2019, all four girls had been released. Shanda's mother later said, "They may have served their time, but Shanda served a death sentence. She'll never get to live her life." This case remains one of the most heartbreaking and haunting examples of how jealousy, manipulation, and violence can escalate into something unimaginable.